What's up, family? It's your boy Chris coming at you with another episode of Blunttalkzz. Today, we're going to talk about dry herb vaping versus combustion. Yeah, dry herb vaping versus combustion. There's a lot of people out there that are into dry vaping their flower, opposed to just putting a flame to it. Yeah, of course, there's pros and cons to each. One is super healthy, the other one is really bad for you. One doesn't get you as high, the other one gets you crazy high. Me personally, I would definitely rather combust my flower. I just think it's a better high. Plus, all these devices and, different things you have to get to vaporize your flower, it costs a lot of money. If you get the cheaper ones, they don't last long. They usually break within a month or two. Maybe 3-4 months you might get out of it. Or you might spend $500 to $700 on a desktop version that will last a lifetime. That's a lot of money. So if you want to spend a lot of extra money just to be a little bit more healthier, that's cool. I get it. If you're a cannabis patient and you're getting your cannabis from a doctor and they're writing you a script, most likely that doctor is telling you to not combust the flower. There's no doctor in the world that's going to tell you to smoke anything. That's just not their way of thinking. If you're a new cannabis user, fresh from the doctor's office with a script, and your doctor's told you, hey, you should be not combusting, you should be vaporizing your flower. So basically, when you vape your flower, dry vape your flower, what you're doing is you're heating it to the point right before combustion, which means that it's not going to burn the flower to the point where all those carcinogens and those ambers is going to get into your throat and really, mess up your lungs. So you're not burning all the bad stuff. You're vaping the plant material to about 356 degrees Fahrenheit to about 375 degrees Fahrenheit. That's usually what dry herb vaporizers run as far as heat wise. I mean, obviously, if you're using a flame, I think flames usually get to about 600 degrees Fahrenheit, which is obviously a big difference. 600 degrees opposed to 375. When you put a flame that's 600 degrees to your plant material, it's gonna burn it super quick. All that terpenes and cannabinoids and the THC, it's getting burnt up real fast, and you're inhaling it real fast through your lungs, of course causing a more intense effect. Opposed to when you're using a dry herb vaporizer for your flower, you're only heating it to 375. It's slowly burning the terpenes and the cannabinoids, and you're not going to get as much of an intense high. You're going to get less intensifying high, more of a body high. But some people like that. Some people don't want that super high or intense feeling, but some people do. So if you're a medical patient and you're using cannabis for pain, back pain, knee pain, whatever the case may be, I must say probably combusting is the best way to go, because you're really not going to get that intense effect from the cannabis if you're dry vaping. You need that combustion. You really need that if you really want to ease pain or anxiety or stress or whatever your situation is. But of course, there's obviously different strokes for different folks. So if you want to get into cannabis, but you don't want to smoke, maybe, you're one of those people who never smoked anything your whole life, and now cannabis is legalized in your state, and you're like, well, I would love to try it, but I don't want to smoke it. Well, dry vaping is a great way for you to get into cannabis. That way, you can enjoy the benefits of cannabis without messing up your lungs. So if you're one of those people, I recommend it. But like I said, if you want to get a dry herb vaporizer, they're super expensive. They come in two categories, portable and desktop. Just like it sounds, the portable ones, the ones that are smaller, usually looking like a vape pen, like something like this, it might look like. But, it'll have a battery on the bottom, and then the top will have a compartment with like a coil where you'll pack the dry flower in, and it'll heat it up to, that temperature. And it usually has gauges on it where you can adjust the temperature between low, medium, and high. So, if you want to get a portable, you spend $100, $200. Like I said, like they break sometimes over a couple months or to a year, unless you go to a really good company and get like a nice, really nice piece or a nice desktop piece. like the Volcano, and that'll probably last you a lifetime. I mean, those are good products. But mostly people go for the portable ones because they want something they can carry in their pocket while they're out and about to smoke. And like I said, the cheap ones, they don't really last too long. From my experience, dry vaping flower, it's just not as good. It's just not as good as when you combust the flower. It just doesn't get you as high. When you dry vape your flower, you're not burning all the plant material. So even after you vaporize it, there's still terpenes and cannabinoids and THC left in that flower. So some people that dry vape, they build it up over like 2-3 months or whatever, depending on how much you smoke, until they have a decent amount, and you can make edibles with it or tincture or whatever. That way, you know, you're not wasting the, you know, rest of the stuff that could be in that plant material. So it's up to you, you know, whatever floats your boat. I just thought that doing a video on combustion versus dry vaping your flower is a good topic, because I know a couple people in my circle that dry vape, and you know, we have debates about it, whether it's better for you, and it definitely is better for you. But is it better for your situation? You know, whether you're using it for pain or anxiety, and sometimes you need the full effect of THC to really remedy whatever you're using the cannabis for. So in those situations, combustion might be the best way to go. Maybe even edibles or tinctures. I mean, there's a few different ways now that you can take cannabis. It's not all about smoking. Right away, when people hear about pot or cannabis, they think about a joint or a blunt or a bong. There's way more ways that you can use to, you know, get the cannabis in your system. You can do edibles, you can do tinctures. Like I said, you can dry vape it with a, you know, a third-party machine, or of course, you can combust it like I do most of the time with a good old lighter and a bong. That's my favorite way to consume my cannabis. Let me know what you think. Leave it in the comment section. I hope you like this video. If you do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That way you'll get notified every time I come out with a new video. Yo, I hope this was helpful. Have a lit day, guys. Peace out.